never gets old. Look how cute this little baby is. You are so cute. Good morning, everybody. Chrissy here. Welcome back to Paragon Ridge Ranch. Today, I'm doing something a little different. I figured you might want to come along when I pick up some baby chicks. So today is just going to be one batch of baby chicks. We got our main shipment a couple days ago. This is just a shipment that didn't actually go out on the day it was supposed to. We're going to be picking up Black Copper Maran. So I'm going to take you into the post office. You're going to get to see what I do each week, twice a week. Follow their journey back to the feed store, get them acquainted, and you get to see all the sweet, cute baby chicks. Alright, we are here. We are going to go in, and the post office is not open yet, so we hit the little buzzer, and then they open the door and they bring us their chicks. Alright, we are going into the post office right now. I am a little bit of a weirdo, so Drew said I might be a little bit of a germaphobe, but oh well, here we are. So we walk in here to the door and we go, and then they come to the door and they bring me our chicks. It's gonna be so exciting. Okay, we have our babies. I cannot wait to get in the car. Sometimes I just come over here and take a look. Sometimes I get in the car and I crawl in the back seat with them and just start giving kisses and loving on them. And I know it's hopeless. I know it's awesome, but it never gets old when you get baby chicks. Let's take a look inside. I really mean it. This totally never, ever gets old. It never gets old. It never gets old. Look how cute this little baby is. It never, ever gets old. This is a Black Copper Maran. See the feathered feet and the white chest? Yeah. So cute. You're cold. You're cold. You're cold. Everything's look nice and warm. I need to get to work. Jeremy's going to be like, where are you? It's past 8 o'clock. You know, taking my time. These babies in the truck and head back to the feed store. You babies are going to be fine. We go straight to the feed store. I'm not even going to turn on the air conditioner, okay? We are back at the feed store, and now the fun begins. We're going to take these babies inside. Hear them? They're so cute. We're going to take them inside. We're going to check them over. We're going to make sure that they get their first little sip of water, get underneath the heat lamp, and it looks like there's already customers here waiting for them to arrive. So let's get these babies inside. Are you okay? You're still doing good? Yeah? Okay, let's go inside. had a safe travel, you know, for the whole 5 minutes. And now we're gonna bring him inside. Let's go inside. Here's their friends. These are their friends that they're gonna join. So I'm just gonna put this right here. So the first thing that I'm gonna do when I come in here is I'm gonna look at what color they are, and I know that these are black with a white chest, and then I have to think about which trough, because I only have 2 troughs here, so I need to think about what trough am I gonna put them on so I can identify them. It does get a little tricky sometimes. Let me show you, come look. So these are a really rare breed, and they're called lemon cuckoo Niederheiners. If you look at them, they're all a yellow color, which is awesome, and I have them in here just by themselves. When you go over here, hi babe. When you go over here, you say, well look, there's more Niederheiners. They're not. Over here, I actually have salmon Faverolles. So see all the yellow ones? I know these are salmon because look, they've got feathered feet and a beard. So the salmon Faverolles are over here with all the Americanas because the Americanas are all dark. So I personally know what is where and when. And then I try to put a little sign up, Americana and salmon Faverolles are in here. I also have a list that I put out each week of what's coming in, what they're called, how many eggs that they lay, and what the prices are and when they're coming in. Right now I've got to establish where I'm going to put them. Well, obviously the Niederheiners are over here and they're yellow, so I'm going to put these dark colored baby chickens over there. I'll be able to completely know where these babies are going. Look at that, you are so cute. I'm going to bring this baby in and I'm going to give it its first little sip of water. So that's one, and I'm gonna count them as I go. I'm gonna give them all a sip of water, and then they're all gonna just mingle with their friends and get warm under that heat lamp. Two. Had to take a break with the chicks for a second and get a second cup of coffee. So we are here at the feed store. You can see everything behind me. If this is your first time here, this is it. This is where we work. This is our business, and this is where all... Hi, how are you? This is Tyler. This is where we spend most of our days. Generally in the spring, whenever I order our chickens, we get about 200 to 400 a week, and we have customers that know what time they're coming in and they start lining up. Sometimes I line up at the gate, sometimes they line up at me while I'm unboxing and giving everybody water. So generally there's 3 to 4 people with little boxes, tiny little kids waiting and anticipating the chickens that they're going to pick out. So it's pretty cute. Now we're in summer, it's not that busy, however we are selling out quickly within a day or so. They are cute, they're irresistible, but here's the reason why I'm doing summer chicks. The economy. People are struggling with the economy. They're seeing that eggs are about $9 a dozen at the store. They're seeing that there is no eggs at the store. There might not even be chicken breasts at the store. So with the whole recession that's happening, or supposedly happening, people want to be a little bit more self-sufficient. So in the spring, I finished selling chickens about May 1st, May 3rd, somewhere around there, and I did not plan on doing it again until next spring. Well, I started getting a whole bunch of phone calls, and everybody wanted to have chickens. So after about 3 or 4 phone calls, I said, why do you want chickens? Not that it's my business, but I really need to understand why somebody would want summer chicks. and they said it's because they want to make sure that they can provide for their family, and that also they had chickens from the spring that were lost to predators, so raccoons, coyotes, possums, things like that, and that makes sense. So I started getting chickens kind of on a trial run. I ordered out for 2 weeks and they sold like this, and here we are in August, and I'm still getting chickens every single week. All right, let's take a minute to talk about setting up a brooder box or a trough or a bin, something like that. So you get any kind of Rubbermaid container. You can use a water trough for animals. You can use a cardboard box. Not really the best choice, because if it does get wet, it gets ruined and you have to throw it away. But you figure out some kind of safe, secure enclosure that you can put your baby chicks in. Once you do that, they will need water, food, and clean either pine shavings, or you might have them on a wire if it's a cage with a wire. So let me show you the different options for their water. These are called water bases. So this is a water base that is gravity fed. So you take this is like a mason jar size and type, however it's plastic, and you take the base jar, you fill this up with water, and then you screw the top on, and when you flip it over, it's gravity based. So the water slowly comes out of the hole only to this level here, and then the baby chicks come over and drink, as you saw earlier in my video. So this is a regular chick base. Some people put marbles in here or rocks, so then their babies don't drown or get too wet in there. The other option is the quail base. See how it's so much less space between, see? So this one, they could barely get their beak in there instead of their foot or their whole body. Again, you would use this just the same. You fill up your water, you take your quail base, you put it on the top. It's gravity fed just the same. See? And you could see through this. So you don't always have to use this. You could also use a mason jar. So it's a wide mouth mason jar. That'll work too. Now, when I do water, when I first get hatchery chicks, I fill this up, the 1 quart jar. So I fill this up, and I always put electrolytes and vitamins. Now I'm gonna put all the items down below in my description in case you need to order them online. I'll put some Amazon links below. So this right here I'm using is vitamins and electrolytes. And it comes in a container, and when you smell it, it smells like strong vitamins, but it comes with a little scooper. See? So whenever I have this 1 quart, I put about that much in there. So I fill it up with water, I sprinkle this in, put the top on, I just kind of shake it a little bit, and then I take it over to the baby trough and just flip it over, and you'll see that it's kind of a yellow color. And I just feel bad because they've been in a box for 2 days and never had a drink or water, because they're sustained by God. Their yolk gives them an extra 2 or 3 days where they don't need any kind of water or food. Let's talk about food. This is a feeder base. It's just like the water base, but as you see, it has holes, so this will not hold any liquid. But what you do, chicken starter crumbles, you fill this up, you take the feeder, you screw it on the top, and flip it over, and then all these little holes in the base fill with chicken crumbles. Now let me show you what kind of crumbles that we use. There's many kinds of chicken feed that's called starter, grower, all way, all flock. Let me tell you a little bit about feed. So this right here is a medicated, it says starter grower. What it is when it says starter grower or chick feed, it's a lower calcium. And then you have a layer pellet or a layer crumble, that's a higher calcium for laying. That's the only difference in it. This one right here is medicated, and when it talks about being medicated, it has medicine in there for coccidiosis. So it has amprolium in it, which is chorid, so it's a preventative. Now, the amprolium will work if the babies have too much of the coccidiosis bacteria in their belly. It will help reduce it, keep them healthy. If the baby chicks don't have kind of coccidiosis in their belly, then it doesn't do anything. So it's a good way to kind of feel safer when you have chicks, especially when you first put them outside and they go on the ground. This right here is called Alway. So this is a non-medicated crumbles, and you can see the crumbles here and the crumbles here. Now the reason you would use crumbles is because their little baby beaks are small. They can't do a whole pellet. Until they're probably 3 or 4 months, they probably shouldn't be on a pellet, because you just take your measurement by, is their beak big enough to peck it and to eat it. My general rule is once they're old enough to go outside, they can be on a pellet. So I put mine out at 2 to 3 months. Let's take a closer look at chick crumbles. So see the size? This is a complete whole food for your chicks, and it's just in little crumbles. You can see a little bit of corn in there. All right, right, guys, that's enough for today. We're gonna have more chickens next week, so just wanted to share what my life is like with baby chicks each week. Look at all that fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe and hit the little dingle bell so you're alerted every single time I upload a new video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.